It's time for high school football. This week we'll turn back the clock to October 12, 2012 and the Week 6 meeting between the Dutchtown Griffins and the East Ascension Spartans. Dutchtown entered the game ranked 6th in the state in Class 5A, and they were also riding a 6-game winning streak against EA in the series. The Spartans were looking to pick up their 4th win of the season, and despite an evenly matched game throughout, a couple of big runs by the Griffins had them with the lead heading into the final minutes of the game. What followed in the closing minutes was an instant classic in the series between the two neighboring schools. Easton Roth and myself, Lyle Boudreau, have the call on this week's Ascension Glory Days on the EATEL Game of the Week. Tonight we have neighboring schools, East Ascension and Dutchtown, meeting for what will be the 10th meeting ever between these two schools. East Ascension comes in at 3-3 on the year. Meanwhile, Dutchtown, 6th ranked in the state. They are 4-1 on the year. Both teams had wins in their opening games in district play last week. So the winner tonight will go to 2-0 in District 5-5A play. Hello, everybody. I am Lyle Boudreau, and along with Easton Roth, welcome into this week's Game of the Week. For the second week in a row, we will have a parish matchup. Tonight it's East Ascension and Dutchtown. A week ago, it was Dutchtown and Santa Ma. And let's go back and revisit last Friday night's action between the Griffins and Gators. We'll do that right after we get the coin toss here tonight.
Hi guys, I'm your referee. My name's Mr. Vigna, all right? Mr. Smith, right? Mr. Simon right here is going to be your umpire, all right? Any questions, y'all talk to one of us. Make sure you keep the sportsmanship on the field. Use the field to get up, but don't use a player. Everybody understands that. Play good sportsmanship and have fun, all right? Dutchtown, who's going to call the toss? You calling? All right, I got a heads and a tails. Same thing here, tails and a heads. What you gonna call? He's calling tails, all right? You heard him call tails, I'm gonna let it hit the ground. And it is heads. You wanna defer, all right? You want the ball, which way you wanna kick? You wanna kick this way? You stay right there. Blue has won the toss and is elected to defer. White will receive this way. All right, guys, shake hands, come out with your kicking team, let's play some football.
And we are just about ready for some football here on a Friday evening at Spartan Stadium. The Dutchtown side across the way is filled up. 78 degrees at kickoff. Let's go back and revisit last week's Santa Ma Dutchtown game. And for the 8th time in a row, Dutchtown a winner over Santa Ma last Friday night at a ball game scene right here on the EATEL Game of the Week. This week we've got more Ascension Parish action, East Ascension and Dutchtown. Adam Bosworth has it teed up. We are ready for football. Dutchtown has got double coverage down back at the 5-yard line. One of the back men is going to be Torrance Mosley. 10th meeting between these two schools is underway. Kick will come down at the 9-yard line, returned out to the 20, around the 25, and there the 4-1. Dutchtown Griffins are going to head out on the field on offense. They are going to be led by their senior quarterback, Mason Nickens, as Kajon Coleman was there on the return for Dutchtown. They'll start at their 25-yard line, and it'll be Mason Nickens leading the offense out on the field. Also with him will be the running back, Antoine Margrass. Nickens has rushed for 421 yards, passed for 549. He has accounted for 11 touchdowns, and he'll play a big role here tonight if Dutchtown is to go to 5-1 on the year. First snap of the ball game, Margrass. Couple of tough yards. He's going to end up picking up about 3 out to the 28. as we are underway, Dutchtown and East Ascension.
You know, if East Ascension's defense, Lionel, East Ascension's defense giving up 20 points per game, but the big thing, like anybody has to do when you play Dutchtown, you've got to stop Mason Nichols. Now, is East Ascension going to put a spy on him? Nobody's really put a spy on him to follow him every way he goes, but you know, in a critical situation, he's the guy that's going to get the ball. Right now, East Ascension's playing their regular defense.
49 carries on the year now for MyGrass. Make this carry number 50. And he is going to be knocked down right at the 30-yard line. And we have got our first third down coming up, as it'll be 3rd down and 5, as MyGrass has now gained 316 yards rushing this year.
You know, Dutchtown this year on 3rd downs, they are 17 for 41. And normally in the short yard situation, this is a little bit long. Nichols is a guy that rides MyGrass in there and keeps it himself. Let's see if he puts it up right here.
3rd down and 5. Opening series of this ball game. Dutchtown at their own 30-yard line.
He checked off, Mason did.
Double wides to both sides. MyGrass to the right. Quick pass out here. This is Shelby Christie. Christie is only going to get about 1 yard out to the 31. And it is going to be time for a punt, as it will bring up 4th down and about 4. So a good job by the EA defense.
So Saracen coming into the ball game, a punt for Dutchtown. He's averaging close to 40 yards per game per kick. But I tell you what, this is what East Ascension needed right here. They need to stop early in the ball game. They have got it. Now let's see what they're going to do with the ball once they get it offensive, what kind of game plan they're going to have. But they got the stop they wanted. They stopped Dutchtown in that first series, and that's big.
Kyler Saracen will be punting for the 14th time this year, averaging 39.9 yards per punt, and he gets off a booming high kick. Going to be taken in around the 25-yard line, return it out across the 30, and from there it's going to be a 1st and 10, as that's Tyler Briley on the return. And the junior quarterback, Lane Trahan, is going to lead the Spartans out on the field. Trahan, a junior, 67 for 128. He has passed for 844 yards and 9 touchdowns this year. The young man has played well last week against McKinley. Sione Palele had the big night for East Ascension in their win, as we watch Trahan on some of his handoffs, but he has thrown for 9 touchdowns this year.
Palele with 5 touchdowns in last week's games. Let's see. Coach Bourgeois said they want to control the football, so let's see what happens here.
Option run on 1st down, put it on the ground, and
Dutchtown got it. Dutchtown got it. It looks like it.
So the Spartans went to the option run on this down. They tried to pitch it to Palele, and that ball was behind Palele. Spartans are fortunate to get it back.
Very, very lucky to get it
Dutchtown
back.
had a lot of people around the football, but the Spartans are going to get it. It's going to be a huge loss, however, and it's going to now bring up 2nd down and long.
I tell you, that was a very surprising play, deep in Allen territory, to run in the option, like even though it was only a lead option. You know, they haven't run that type of play all year long. Very surprising. They come out right now with trips to the right, the Spartans. 2nd
down now and about 17, and this is going to be Palele. And East Ascension now is going to be looking at a 3rd down and long. Palele with 466 yards rushing on the year. He's also caught 13 passes, rushed for 9 touchdowns. He's caught 2 touchdown passes, so he has accounted for 11 scores to lead East Ascension in scoring. A good year so far this season for the junior running back, and he's going to have to come up big here tonight if the Spartans can pull off the upset.
Spartans 20 of 63 on 3rd downs this year. They tried to hit Spelagine that time. He was not open. The ball was thrown way over his head. So now what Coach Bourgeois wanted, he wanted to control the football. Did a good job with defense, got the ball back. They go 3 and out, caused by that fumble on 1st down. Dutchtown right here should come up with pretty good field position.
Going to bring up now 4th down and about 12. Mason Decato into punt. For Mason, this will be his 20th punt of the year, averaging 36 yards a punt. He's got a long of 54.
Good punt.
Gets pretty good hang time on this one. It'll bounce around the 35-yard line and be down to right there. So each team has had a possession. Each team has been 3 downs and punt. Got a 28-yard punt by Mason Decato. And with 8:44 left in quarter number one, Dutchtown's got it at their 35-yard line.
This Dutchtown team is averaging 288 yards per game rushing, 114 yards a game passing for a total of 402 yards. They're averaging 36 points per game, Lyle. They have run 256 plays this year. Only 59 have been passes, and they're averaging about 50 offensive plays per game.
Well, Spartans had success stopping Dutchtown's first possession. Let's see what happens now on a 1st and 10. This is a man in motion, Mosley. Austin Brown with his first run of the night. And for Austin, that'll be his 21st carry of the year. Brown, a senior, has scored a couple of touchdowns. And it's going to be a very short game. Jazz Smith made the Spartan tackle, 2nd down and 8.
Dutchtown is averaging per rush 7.3 yards. They haven't thrown the ball that much. They're averaging 9.7 yards per pass. But this Dutchtown team in the last 3 or 4 weeks primarily has just relied on running the football right at you.
Austin Brown's going to line up to the left of Mason Nickens now on 2nd down and long. Nickens still has it. Over the middle, got Christie. Oh, Christie is at midfield 40. Christie 30, 25, pushed out of bounds around the 20-yard line. There is a big play wide receiver. Shelby Christie just caught his 16th pass of the year, and that is a big one as they are now in the red zone.
I tell you what, that's something they haven't done the last couple of weeks. Hit Christie that time on that cross route. Of course, they also had McBride wide open in the flat. I mean, there was nobody. McBride ran up and out. Nobody was covering him. Christie caught the ball coming across the middle. Christie has 3 touchdowns this year, and also, he averages 14 yards per catch. So, hey, good play call that time by Coach Blake Kling.
Christie needed 73 yards coming in to gain 1,000 yards receiving. Got a big chunk of it right there as Mason Nickens is going to keep on 1st down, and Nickens will pick up about 3 down at the 17-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down. So Griffins come up with the first big offensive play of the night. Nickens hooking up with Shelby Christie for a big gain.
Spartans are giving up only 20 points per game on offense. Giving up 117 yards rushing a game, 125 passing, so only giving up 243 yards per game, but this Dutchtown team has a lot of weapons.
Austin Brown, the running back in on this drive, and this is going to be Brown with the handoff and carry down at the 15-yard line. Certainly within field goal range right now, but Coach Benny Saya and the Griffins want more on this drive, their 2nd of the night. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 5 from the 15-yard line.
It's surprising to see Austin Brown in the game this early. I mean, I thought he had made a great impact on that game last week when he came in against Santa Monica and led him down to the go-ahead touchdown at that time. He's in the game early tonight.
Tajay Russell made the last stop for East Ascension. 3rd down now and a long 5. Empty backfield now for Nickens. He's got time in the pocket, throws to Christie again. Hit, and it's incomplete. Chevron Urson. Chevron had the coverage on Christie, and it's going to bring up now 4th down, and in comes the field goal unit. Tyler Sarensen will be trying to attempt a field goal here.
Great job by Chevron Urson, 5'11", 150-pound senior right there, all over the receiver right there, Shelby Christie.
Sarensen had a field goal of 53 yards, a school record in their first game against Donaldsonville. He had one from 32 last week in the win against Santa Monica.
He's 2 for 6 for the year.
Ball is going to be spotted down at the 22. This will be from 32. Same distance he got it last week against Santa Monica. His kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field with 6:35 to go in our first quarter. It is Dutchtown 3, East Ascension nothing on the EATEL Game of the Week.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The title law firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the title law firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the title law firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Hi, Erin, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our Eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Well, a pass play from Mason Nickens to Shelby Christie got him downfield. Then it was a 32-yard field goal by Tyler Sirensen who finished the drive off. Here is a look at the series. Dutchtown leads 6 games to 3. Spartans won the first 3 times these 2 teams met. Dutchtown has won 6 in a row. Points scored have been early. Dutchtown in 06 with 40. East Ascension's high total was coming in 03. That was the very first time they played. Spartans put up 49 on the board that night. And in 06, Dutchtown had to forfeit their win, so Dutchtown record book show they're 6-3 against EA. EA's record book shows it's 5-4 Dutchtown advantage.
They drive by Dutchtown with 60 yards, 50 plays leading up to Sirensen's 32-yard field goal.
Sirensen's going to kick off now. He has kicked most of them into the end zone for a touchback, and that's what's going to happen here, as this one didn't have a lot of hype on it, but it was more of a line drive. But Sirensen kicks it into the end zone, and Lane Trahan. And the East Ascension offense now is going to come back out. Second time they've had the football tonight. Spartans were 3 and out on their first possession. But really, they were put in a hole on their first play from scrimmage when they tried to run an option. And it was fumbled for a 7-yard loss. And now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. It'll be Michael Sparrow and Sione Palele split in the backfield behind Trahan. Right up the middle, the handoff's going to go to Palele. He'll get about 2 before Kenyon Edwards with 8 tackles on the year, makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That was a great job by Keenan. That was a defensive end. He only has 8 tackles coming tonight's ball game, and he's played extremely well for the Dutchtown Griffins from his defensive end position. Just closed down real fast to pick up that tackle.
2nd down now, 8 to go. Spartans have running backs on both sides of Trahan. This time they run it off to the right side out to the 25, and East Ascension's going to look now at a 3rd down and 5. That was Michael Sparrow, 28th carry for Sparrow. He's now got 280 yards. Michael, a senior, has scored 4 touchdowns this year, including a 92-yarder. He's also caught 10 passes out of the backfield. Right now it's 3rd down and 5. Trahan has a receiver that Sparrow brought down immediately. Nice open field tackle by Alex Thibodeau, and Thibodeau made the play. It's going to bring up now 4th down and 1. They needed 5. The pass was good for 4.
I tell you, give credit to Alex Thibodeau. This is a great job of staying home that time. They're making an excellent tackle for Alex. That was tackle number 26 on the season. It's great defense by that senior linebacker, Alex Thibodeau, at 5'8", 175 pounds, forcing Mason Decatur to punt tonight for the second time.
Spartans have had 2 3-and-outs. This time on 4th and 1, they're going to have to punt it away. Dutchtown's going to get good field position again following the punt. High punt. Going to hit and take a big Spartan roll, but a nice job by Mosley. Mosley picked it up, and he's got a seam. Mosley, 1 man to beat. Mosley is gone, takes it back to the house for a touchdown. How about that? Torrance Mosley, first touchdown of the night for Dutchtown.
Well, watch what happens right here. East Ascension thought he was not. He took a friendly bounce right to him, and East Ascension kind of broke down thinking he was not going to pick up the football, which he does. Nobody's going to lay a hand on Terrence Mosley. With his great speed, he takes it to the house for the touchdown.
Torrance Mosley with a 74-yard punt return for a touchdown.
73, Loyson Porterson.
73, Sorensen, who has got quite a streak going, is in now to attempt the point after. Sorensen has hit 47 extra points in a row. This one is up, and it is good. So special teams play a big part so far for Dutchtown. They got a field goal and a punt return. We got a timeout with 4:44 to go. Quarter number 1. Dutchtown's on top, 10-0. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Well, before that punt return by Torrance Mosley, he had only returned 4 punts all year and only had a 7.5 punt return average.
And with the ball,
let's look at the scores from the previous 9 meetings. As you can see, it's been a continuous series that began in 2003. Spartans trying to pick up a win, but they're going to have to play come from behind now. And they're going to need the offense to get moving here, because Dutchtown with a field goal and now a punt return of 73 yards by Torrance Mosley. And East Ascension, without a first down, will have their 3rd possession of this first quarter.
And this Dutchtown defense, a very stingy defense, only giving up 15 points per game, They're giving up some yards now. People have rushed for 137 yards per game and thrown for 163 for 300 yards. But, this defense really bends, but it does not break.
Inside handoff, and boy, Dutchtown does a really good job. They just wall that off in a hurry. It's only going to be about a 2-yard gain.
But
it's going to bring up now 2nd down and 8.
Look at it. You're looking at mismatches in a football game. Look at the offensive front for Dutchtown compared to the defensive front for EA. They outweigh them a lot. And on the defensive front, that 4-man front for Dutchtown is just massive compared to the size of East Ascension. East Ascension might have trouble running the football against this team.
That was Palele on that carry for a couple of yards. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and about 8. And Palele lines up to the left of Trahan, who calls the play at the line of scrimmage now. 2nd down. This is going to be Palele. Bounces outside. Gets by McCrory. battles for all he's got. He's going to end up with a decent gain out to the 27-yard line. And East Ascension now is going to look at a third down and about 3. Garrett Revere made the tackle. He's a senior linebacker. And East Ascension now one of those possessions where they need to convert here.
They need to convert real bad. Penalty that time. The play was designed to go inside, broke it to the outside and on its own. Picked up about 4 or 5 yards.
Third down now and a 3. Spartans without a first down in this first quarter, which now has 3:20 to go in it. Short pass out here, got a man. That's Jared Adams with his 10th catch of the year. Adams has caught it for a first down, as that's about a 5-yard gain, and that will move the sticks for East Ascension out to the 34-yard line as we look at the junior Jared Adams.
Good play that time by Lane Trahan. Adams knew what he needed for the first down. Trahan knew what he needed, gave him the ball, got up in the air, made a good catch for the first down of this game for East Ascension. They needed that first down in the worst way.
Pelele to the left of Trahan, who rolls to his left, throws on the run, tried to get it in there, threw it into traffic. Ball ends up going in and out of the hands of Michael Sparrow.
Ball should have been caught, though.
And it is going to be incomplete. It's going to be second down now and 10 coming up.
I thought it was a pretty good throw by Trahan, rolling out to his left right there, turned his shoulders to it right there, right in Sparrow's hand. That should have been caught for a first down.
They had an opening there, they just couldn't connect. Second down now and 10 from the 34. Clock stopped on the incompletion with 2:59 to go in our first quarter. A field goal and a punt return for a score has Dutchtown on top 10-0. Trahan swings it out. That's Pelele. And Pelele able to go forward. You wouldn't think all of that running would net a yard, but that's all they get on that play, as that again was a run, because that was one of those behind the line of scrimmage passes.
I tell you, watch right here. If he don't come up with this ball, that's going to be a lateral right there. Good job of Pelele just coming up with the catch right there. Oh, that could have been real bad.
It just looks like teams had that stiffed out. I mean, they just pump it. Now Trahan's going to try to run, and the Dutchtown pressure up front. Don't look like they blitzed anybody. They just were able to beat the offensive lines, and Freddie Frazier is going to get the sack. Spartan's going to have to get a first down and now punt it away again.
Well, really, Trahan didn't have a choice that time. Where he wanted to go was covered. So he pulled it back up, tried to go to secondary receiver. Didn't have time to go to secondary because Freddie Frazier has been playing defense a long time for the Dutchtown Griffins at 5'9", 226 pounds. Was right in his face.
Boy, Dutchtown's defense here in these first 10 minutes has been extremely solid. As Decato in now on a punt for the third time. The last Decato punt was returned for a score by Torrance Mosley, who's back again. Not as good a punt this time, but it may be more effective because it's going to just end up being rolling inside the 30, and it will be down to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Dutchtown offense is going to take it after a 35-yard Mason Decato punt. Now Mason Nickens is going to lead Dutchtown back out on the field.
Now with a minute and 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter, if I'm correct, Mason Nickens has not carried the ball yet in this football game, and that's very unusual. We may see it right here.
Antoine Magras back out as the running back on this series. So we've seen Magras on the first series, Austin Brown the second, and now back to Magras. Mosley's the man in motion. Mosley gets the handoff, decides to cut it up, and he may, a touchdown saving tackle by Vance Grayson, or Mosley was going to take this to the house.
Right there, Vance Grayson was the last shot right there. He was gone.
There was no other line of defense back after Vance Grayson. It'll end up being a gain of 7, second down and 3 coming up. Dutchtown featuring Mosley so far tonight.
I tell you what they're doing, Dutchtown, they're keeping the ball out of Mason Nickens' hands and giving it to everybody else. There's Mason
Play
right
action.
here.
Airs it out downfield. Adam Boyd got it. On the deflection, it went through the hands of a Spartan. That's Tyler Green. Tyler Green was all set for the interception. Bounced off of his hands and into the hands of Adam Boyd. for what I think is his first reception of the year.
I tell you, that's just a great job, Adam Boyd. You see Mason Nichols rolling out to his right. He tossed it up there. You see right there, that ball is going to be picked off. Boyd just did a great job right there as he takes that ball away from Tyler Green.
So a 1st and 10 now inside the 35. That is the first catch of the year for Adam Boyd. Here's Nickens on a keeper, and he'll go down after gaining a couple to the 32. So about only a 1-yard gain on that first down keeper by Mason Nickens.
Well, Mason Nickens coming to the ball game, unbelievable, 549 rushing yards on 55 attempts. He's had just a great year for the Dutchtown Griffins.
So that's going to be the final play as the clock will run out. We're through one here at Spartan Stadium, the 10th meeting between the two schools. They're neighboring schools, and Dutchtown is on top, 10-0 here on the EATEL Game of the Week. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Piku Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing GMC for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Well, we're through one. Lyle Boudreaux, Easton Roth back at Spartan Stadium. 2nd down and 9 will await Dutchtown as we begin quarter number 2.
Now the layout said that Mason Nichols had rushed for 549 yards. He had rushed for 421 yards coming into this ball game.
Mason's longest run from scrimmage this year has been 33 yards. He's rushed for 6 touchdowns. And this is going to be Antoine Magras barreling inside the 30. Magras down to about the 27. And Dutchtown now will be looking at a 3rd down and 4. Spartan defense has not played that bad here. In this first half, it's been special teams that's been the problem, as Nickens now is going to come out of the ball game, and we're going to see a wildcat formation here as it looks like Mosley's going to get a direct snap.
And it's not bad, because Griffiths only had 20 yards of rushing in that first quarter compared to East Ascension's 8. Total net yards for the Griffins, 97, East Ascension 20.
Here we go now on 3rd down and 4. So Mosley, the quarterback. And the play clock is going to expire.
No, charge to Dutchtown. The first charge, timeout.
Give Dutchtown a
coach called it.
So apparently the timeout right as the play clock was going down to 0. And it is going to bring up 3rd down.
And also in that first quarter, not much action. Mosley, one carry for 7 yards. Nickens 2 for 3 yards. For East Ascension, not much going there. Sparrow 1 for 3, Palele 4 for 11, Trahan 3 for 5 for 12 yards. Nickens,
the story for EA right now is they've got to figure out what they can do on offense.
Well, right now they're trying to figure out. They're having all type of problems. I think that this defensive front for Dutchtown is just over. They're just too strong up front for East Ascension.
This is so far the best we've seen the Dutchtown defense play.
They've played extremely well up to this point. They've dominated up front, okay?
So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Mosley stays in.
Got to feel Mosley's going to run the ball here. I don't know if he's the passer or not. We're going to find out.
Reggie Miles is in the backfield with him. This is Corey McBride. They give it to McBride on a sweep. McBride is down at the 20-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down. And boy, you just talk about speed. You got Torrance Mosley handing off to Corey McBride. Mason Nickens is going to come back in the ball game now on a 1st and 10 at the 20.
No, for McBride, that was his 7th carry of the year. He had 6 before that for 159 yards and 5 TDs. And we saw Corey McBride. He's got the speed. We've seen him make a couple long runs as Nickens back in the ball game at quarterback.
McBride has broken one for a 66-yard touchdown. 1st and 10 now at the 20. Nickens still has it. Boy, lets his blocking develop. Inside the 15, down to about the 12. And that's going to be about 8 yards on a first down run by Mason Nickens.
And we set up this about Mason Nickens all year long. You're going to see it again right there. A senior quarterback. He knows what he's doing. Good blocking outside by number 7 for the Dutchtown Griffins, Markelius Holden. But Mason Nickens just knows how to pick his blockers, let him do what they've got to do, and then he does what he does best. Tuck that ball out and run.
Holden took care of his business. Nickens did a good job running behind the block. Second down now and 2 from the 12. 4-receiver set. Nickens is going to swing it out, and it is almost intercepted. A dangerous pass there on second down and 2, as that ball was almost picked off. Instead, it's going to bring up third down.
I think that was Jalen Watts right there.
Had a shot at it. That was Malik Anderson.
Right there. I tell you what, that ball, you know, we talked about this play all the time, Lyle. It's a dangerous play, but people keep on using that play. And right there, Dutchtown got away with one.
Hunter McGee was the intended receiver. I don't remember calling his name all year. Boy, Dutchtown, they just keep sending them out there.
Well, I tell you
third down and 2 right now.
Here comes Mason Nickens right here.
MyGrass is going to get the first down. They had him, but he was able to keep the legs turning, and it will be first and goal down at the 8-yard line.
I tell you what, Coach Blake Klingner is going against all of his tendencies. Normally, you saw third and short. Mason Nickens would ride him in there and keep it himself. And right now, he gives it to. That's a good run right there for that first down. But normally, they give it to Mason Nickens there, which they did. EA needs a defense to stop in the worst kind of way right now.
First down and goal to go now. Ball is at the 8-yard line. In the backfield will be MyGrass to the left, Reggie Miles to the right of Nickens. And Nickens fumbled the football. There is our first flag. Spartans say they've got it, but keep in mind that there is a flag
down.
The recovery was by Tajay Russell, but there is a flag, and where it was thrown at, you would suspect it's going to be offensive holding. Let's get the call from our referee, Hank Vickner, as we hear from him the first time
holding
tonight.
Against the offense. That penalty is refused. First down.
That right there is a big play for East Ascension. That time, just a bad handoff communication between Mason Nickens in the back. You're going to see it right here.
Yeah, but what's going to happen here is
right there.
But that's an unforced turnover, which East Ascension needs to try to take advantage of. Normally, Nickens does a good job with the football.
Well, that time he didn't do a good job that time. He rode the back a little bit too long inside before he pulled it out, and that's what caused the fumble right there.
Spartans are at their 12-yard line. Nice run across the way out around a first down. That'll be Palele. Palele finally gets something on that right side, and this is going to end up being a first down run.
You know, Palele just having a great year coming to the last game at 466 yards. And he's the guy you got to get the ball to, Lyle. But again, you got to give him some blocking to get him started. Once he gets started, once he gets in the secondary, he can give you a lot of problems.
Well, that ends up being a Spartan first down, as the football will be spotted at the 21-yard line. Spartans right now need to pick up some first downs. We're under 9 minutes to go in our first half. A field goal and a punt return, the 2 scores for Dutchtown. Short gain on a first down run to the left side by Palele.
Now I think right now Coach Bourgeois is doing what he wants to try to keep the ball away from the Dutchtown Griffins in offense, but because they trailed 10-0, the big play is the punt return that killed them. But right now they got to control this ball for a period of time.
Well, one of the few mistakes we've seen Mason Nickens make all year. He's only been intercepted one time.
Just a little bit miscommunication on the handoff. That's what it was.
Second down now and 8. Spartans swing it out to Palele. Looks for a block, heads to the sideline. Got a flare coming out of the secondary.
A face mask there.
And if that is indeed a face mask, it's going to be a first down, and the Spartans are going to be getting out from the shadows of their goal line.
Going to throw a Trahan right there. Palele gets it right there, and you can see it's close on that face mask call, but it might be a collar more than a face mask. You think they got him, Justin? All right, man.
Personal foul. And this will move it out to the 44-yard line. Boy, it wasn't a whole lot there, because as soon as the contact was made with the face mask, you could see the defender pull off of it real quick.
Yeah.
but the flag was out. And the Spartans were at their own 12. Now they're at their own 44. So
great field position for the Spartans right here, trailing 10-0, 8:05 remaining.
Best series so far of the night for East Ascension. Pelele's to the right of Trahan.
Comes the blitz.
It's going to be Pelele. Pelele cuts it up. Boy, he just lowers his shoulder and plows ahead out to midfield and into Dutchtown territory. And he's got about 8 yards on a first down run. Justin Sampson makes the tackle from cornerback.
Good call at time. Pelele to the outside. Dutchtown came with a blitz to the inside. Blitz both inside linebackers. But Pelele took the handoff to the outside that time. Dutchtown normally staying the 3-man front as they are right now.
Got a little bit chippy at the end of that run by Pelele. But right now, East Ascension looking at a second down and a short 2 yards to go.
Right here,
Spartans have a trips formation to the far side. Handoff inside Pelele. A little bit of a bobble, but he got it down, and it looks like he'll get a first down to the 46-yard line. And I would think right now for East Ascension, as we go under 7:45 to go in the half, you're having success running the football right now.
Keep on running it. Palau, they were lucky that time. That handoff was real high. Hit Pelele real high up on the shoulder pad. They got away with one right there. They were very lucky that ball was not put in the ground. The handoff was not very good between Trahan and Pelele.
Well, it looks like we're going to
have a measurement. Where that ball is sitting right now, it looks like it is a first down.
I don't really understand why the ball is there, because that's not why the play ended up at.
I can't.
And the chain's extended. A good look at it there. You see that. Well, I said it's a first down. Now they're going to
readjust it here. It's going to be about an inch short.
They're going to give it
to him. Had a little ball movement after the play, to say the least. But this right now, I agree with you. This is a good chance for East Ascension right now. Control this ball, get some points on the board as we near the end of the second quarter.
Well,
with 7:32.
A year ago, Spartans had the Dutchtown reeling 18-7 at the half.
They did.
That was without Landon Collins. He sat out the first half. It was a coach's decision. Landon played the second half. Dutchtown won 35-25. Here it is 10-0. As you see, that's what doesn't make any sense, because that's where the play ended up at, in the middle of the field, and they ended up measuring from the 4 hash mark. Here's a sweep from Michael Sparrow. Look at Sparrow lower his head, and he's got a first down before Chris Collins can tackle him inside the 35.
Watch Michael Sparrow. He comes to motion. Once he cuts the corner right there, he turns on the speed, gets a gut. Tell you what, he made number 28 for Dutchtown pay a price. Chris Collins, I see he just ran right over him. But good run by Michael Sparrow. A very determined run that time by the senior Michael Sparrow at 5'8", 171 pounds.
33-yard line now, first and 10.
East Ascension moving the ball on the ground. I think they got to keep it on the ground right here. Sparrow looks determined right now, Lau. That was Sparrow's 11th catch of the year. You can see it right here. Throw by Trahan. Sparrow gets a good block right there from Pelele, and Sparrow picks up a big first down.
Chad Hill, first touch of the night. Hill has a nice run down inside the 15 at about the 14. And nice yardage on a first down trick play by East Ascension as this drive began at the Spartan 12-yard line following a fumble after Dutchtown was headed for
I like that call right there. That play right there allows what is known as Sally Ran. Don't ask how I got that name, but it comes off the option look where you picture the guy coming back. That's what they call it. Good job, good play call.
It's going to be first down and goal to go for East Ascension as Chad Hill makes his 17th catch of the year.
I tell you one time, he hit Chad Hill that time, but he had big old Spelagine by himself at about the 3-yard line.
Ball is down at the 7-yard line. Spartans are looking at a first down and goal to go as we're under 6 minutes left in the half. They'll make that Sparrow. Sparrow fights to the 5-yard line. I think that play might have been designed to go inside. Sparrow bounced it outside, got all he could. Spartans are going to look at a second down and goal at the 5. And a touchdown here would give ourselves a ball game late in the second quarter.
Yes, it would. I tell you, good job by Sparrow that time, though. He had nothing on the inside at all. Bounced it outside and picked up a few. Spartans right here, second down and goal.
5-yard line. Pelele is going to line up to the left of Trahan. Inside Pelele. Pelele trying to do it himself, and he's in the end zone. A 5-yard touchdown run. And awaiting the extra point. It's a 4-point game as the Spartans drive it 88 yards for their first score of the night.
And Spartan fans right there very, very happy, but great job by Pelele that time. Not much blocking to the left. But I tell you what, he made something out of nothing right there. Once he turned inside, he was very determined that he was going to get it into the end zone, which he did. And for Pelele, that is touchdown number 10 on the year.
Adam Bosworth, 7 for 7 since taking over the extra point duties, is now in. Lane Trahan, the holder. Kick is up, and it is good. And a very impressive drive by East Ascension. They showed a lot of patience. End up with a 5-yard scoring run by Pelele. Timeout, 5:10 to go in our first half. Dutchtown 10, East Ascension 7 on the EATEL Game of the Week. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Adam Bosworth to kick off now for East Ascension, and this will be returnable by Corey McBride from around his own 10-yard line. That's a football helmet that's loose, not the ball. Grant McCrory's helmet went loose, but it will be now a 1st and 10 for Dutchtown. And after not getting much going at all in this first half, Lane Trahan leads the Spartans down the field on an impressive drive, which mostly was on the ground.
11 plays, 90 yards drive for the Spartans, and we haven't seen that kind of drive in a long time from an East Ascension football team, especially most of the yards coming on the ground.
Well, let's see how Dutchtown responds now as they've got it 1st and 10. They are at their own 23-yard line. Mickens still has it. Dumps it out, and it's going to be batted away and knocked down by Devon Gibson. Nice job by Gibson to get a big paw on it and knock it down with 5 minutes to go in the half.
See big number 31, Devon Gibson, 5'11", 240-pound senior. You see him right there get that hand up and deflect it away from the receiver who was open in the flat. Devon Gibson having a very good year for the Spartans on defense for the defensive tackle position.
Second down now. Mickens to throw again. They try to set something up, get the pass to Mosley. Spartans did a good job, though, of sniffing it out. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen pass downfield, but East Ascension had enough defenders there where Mosley couldn't get going, and it is going to bring up now 3rd down and long.
I think right here was a screen pass. I tell you right now, they had a spy that time on the quarterback, Mason Nickens. Just a great job right there by big number 96 for the Spartans. Devin Semino feeling that out.
Devin Semino basically blew that thing up after only gaining 2. It'll be at the 25 now, 3rd down and 8 for Dutchtown with 4:20 to go in the half. Mickens flushed out of the pocket. Here's where he's so dangerous. And he's not going to get a first down, I don't think. It'll depend on the spot. Got a pretty good spot out to the 33-yard line.
Going to be close.
And he's going to be just shy of a first down, and it should bring up 4th down. although I would expect them to bring the chains out in measure, but it looks like he's going to be just short.
I tell you, great job that time by the secondary of East Ascension. Nickens wanted to try to get the ball down the field. Everyone was covered. He had a lot of pressure coming from the inside. He broke to the outside. As you're going to see right there, the pressure being trailed from behind. Right there, you're going to see the tackle. He's going to be just a little bit short. Jalen Watts, one of the guys putting pressure on Mason Nickens. This is going to be a very important spot right here.
We'll get a real good look at it as they extend the chains. And it will be just short. So what do you do now with 3:48 to go? You are at your own 33-yard line.
Is Benny say a gamble? We're going to find out right here.
But here's something I don't know why coaches don't do more of. Try to draw them off sides. You've got nothing to lose.
They're going to do that. That's no doubt they're going to try that. They're going to try to draw them off before they do anything else. Well, I got to feel Coach Benny has a lot of confidence in that big offensive line that he can make this. I think, first of all, they're going to try to draw them off, okay?
So, 4th down and inches. Nickens under center. There's no trying to draw them off sides. It's a first down as Nickens went under center. A bit of a gamble at their own 33-yard line. Put it in the hands of your senior leader and let him sneak it for 1 yard and get a first down and move the sticks now. But with 3:40 left in the half.
But you look at it, you said it's a bit of a gamble. Really, but Mason Nickens needed only an inch or so. The big offensive line in front, wedge blocking. That was a very, very easy first down for Dutchtown.
Well, but if you don't get it right there, you turn it over.
But with him, you're almost sure you're going to get it with him, that big offensive line.
35-yard line now, first down. Nickens throws on the run. Ball knocked down by Jazz Smith.
What a play.
Jazz Smith did an excellent job of getting in the passing lane and knocks this pass down.
Jazz Smith, a junior linebacker, you see him right there. I tell you what, he almost had a shot to pick that off, 171-pound junior. Jazz Smith having a pretty good year for the Spartans at linebacker.
That pass intended for James Clark. It's going to bring up now second down with 3:20 to go in our first half. 10-7 ball game. Dutchtown's offense yet to score. They've got a field goal and a punt return by Torrance Mosley.
It's a big
Ascension with Siak Kalele's 5-yard touchdown run, and that's how we've gotten to 10-7. Second down now and 10. Nickens airs it out again. Got Mosley midfield. First down as Dutchtown starting to air it out, and a nice throw by Mason Nickens to Mosley, 8th catch of the year.
I tell you, this Dutchtown team early in the season was throwing the ball a lot more. They hadn't thrown it recently, but right now, Terrence Mosley right there that has great speed at 5'10", 160-pound junior. And this is really, a big drive for Dutchtown. He has got to get a stop to get out of here behind only by 3 at the half.
It is now in Spartan territory at the 46-yard line. Short gain of 2 yards inside the 45 at the 44. That will be Torrance Mosley. They tried to hit a quick hitter, didn't do much. It's going to bring up second down.
The East Ascension defense has really done a great job, on the run defense against Dutchtown. They came to this game averaging 288 yards per game rushing, and believe me, the coaches are mad right now as he had to take a timeout because they didn't have the right people on the field.
Well, EA had some personnel problems. They had people running on and off the field, so they got to burn a timeout. And it's going to be with 2:43 to go in the first half. Right now, Dutchtown has converted on a 4th down and inches from their own 33-yard line. Here's what happened last week in the first week of District 5-5A play. Dutchtown, seen here on the EATEL Game of the Week, defeated Sandoval 31-17. Spartans behind Kalele's 5 touchdowns, beat McKinley 35-19, and Catholic rolled over Woodlawn 49-13. So that was your week 1 scores here in 5-5A.
Catholic High still being one of the surprise teams in 5-5A, but I was impressed last week to play the Santa Mar Gators also. 2 big plays cost them that football game, 2 turnovers, but I was impressed the way the Gators played.
Well, Santa Mar's got Woodlawn tonight, so that'll
give them a W.
Coming off of an emotional game like they played last week for Dutchtown. They got their 2 Pirates rivals back-to-back, Santa Mar last week, now East Ascension this week. Second down now and 8. Mosley, the running back on this series for Dutchtown. Fake it to Mosley. Nickens gets away. Nickens throws on the run, knocked down.
Oh,
nice defensive play as that ball intended for Christie. And that was Chevron Urson with another outstanding defensive play.
I tell you, Urson, a free safety. Missed tackle right there. That comes Chevron Urson out of nowhere. I tell you, that receiver was wide open. It's a great job by Chevron Urson. Not very big, 5'11", 150-pound senior. He was hurt early in the season. That was a great play by Chevron there.
Well, one of the things, though, when you give Mason Nickens that much time, he'll normally make you pay for it.
By running the ball.
The Spartans have come up with some big plays defensively, knocking down some passes.
It's a big play right here in this game, early in this game.
Third down and 8 now from the 44. Nickens hit as he throws, incomplete, off the hands of the receiver, James Clark. Covering on the play, Jalen Watts was in the area, and now it looks like Dutchtown's going to punt it away on 4th down.
I tell you, great pressure that time by the Spartans. Dakota Burch is all over Mason Nickens, forcing him to throw the ball, but Chevron Urson was the man at that time. For the Spartans, number 80 is going deep. That should be
Tyler Briley is going to drop back. Tyler Simonson is going to punt. There's 2:31 left in our first half. So the Spartans on defense there dodged a bullet.
They're playing good. I don't know about dodging bullets. They're playing exceptionally well on defense. Good punt. Spartans get a break there. It rolls into the end zone.
Going to head into the end zone for a touchback, and East Ascension now is going to start at their own 20-yard line. And if the Spartans, which you need to do here, if you're East Ascension, you're only down 3 with 2:23 to go. You went the length of the field on your last drive by running the football.
Well, what you want to do right here, if I'm the Spartans, I'm looking for a first down to get out of here, only down by 3. You've got to be very, very careful. They cannot afford a turnover.
Lane Trahan in the shotgun. To his right, it's going to be Palele. Spartans are ready to go at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to check with the sideline.
I think right here we're going to see Palele carrying the football.
Palele now shifts to the left of Lane Trahan. And the handoff to Palele, bouncing it outside. That's not going to be much.
But it's going to run that clock, Lyle, unless it run out of bounds. And the clock is stopped.
Collins had the tackle for Dutchtown.
It's a hold.
So this will back it up even more if Dutchtown wants to walk it off.
I would think they would take this right here.
Holding, number 21, blue. Half the distance of the goal. Repeat, second down.
River Parishes Football Officials Association. Well, he said repeat second down. That should be first down.
First down, what it should be. Chain Gang has it first down. Scoreboard has it first down.
So it's going to be from the 10-yard line. They'll start the clock back up inside 2:10 to play in the half. Spartans need to be careful here. Might see Dutchtown use some timeouts here before the half, try to get the ball back. 1st and 20 now. Lane Trahan is going to keep it for one of the few times tonight as they fake to Palele. And Trahan's going to get out to the 13-yard line.
That's not a bad job right there by Trahan. Everybody thought Palele was going to get the football. They were hoping everybody would jump all over Palele. And Trahan might be able to sneak it and pick up 8 or 10 yards.
Well, the play clock.
Well, Spartans, the play clock's in their favor. Just take their time right now. Let that clock go down.
Well, they snapped it with 16 seconds left on the play clock.
And that's too quick.
And that's playing into Dutchtown's hands, especially considering it was second down and so long to go.
Right.
And now Dutchtown's going to call a timeout with 1:25.
East Ascension should let that play clock run down to about 1 second. Allow back in their own territory like that. They went too much in a hurry right there. Now they got themselves in a position where they don't make it here. They got a punt, and Dutchtown's going to get very good field position. Remember this, Tyler Saragans is a great field goal kicker. Trahan limping as he comes off the field for the Spartans.
Well, Spartans had a good stand on defense, forced a punt. And then on 1st and 10, after a punt ended up in the end zone for a touchback, is a holding call. And right now, East Ascension's going to be looking at a 3rd and 15 when play resumes with 1:25 left in our first half.
And not many penalties called in this first half, but that was a big one right there, that holding.
depending on how the rest of this first half plays out, that could be the biggest penalty of the first half.
Yep.
Because you would think the Spartans could have maybe run the clock out. Coach Paul Bourgeois, 10-7, now in his second year, trying to knock off the Griffins for the first time since he's been the head man at EA. Had the Spartans in the playoffs a year ago. Spartans have some work to do to get in the playoffs this year because their power ranking right now isn't good after 6 weeks.
No, they
but
need
a
to
lot
win.
can change in the next 4 weeks.
It can change a lot tonight. They pull the upset of the Griffins. A lot of it will change. These Ascension right here has got to be very careful what they're going to do.
Well, if you run the football here, you'll force Dutchtown to use their final timeout. 3rd down and 15. And they will indeed run it on a sweep. This is Sparrow. Sparrow's still on his feet.
Ball went up, he fumbled.
And they're going to rule out a fumble. Might have been too much effort that time by Sparrow.
Watch it right here. You can see Michael Sparrow fighting for it, carrying that ball out loose. You see how he's carrying it real loose right there? It's loose again. That ball right there is going to bounce out as he is moving. You see it come out right there. Now,
yeah, but I
who
believe
recovered it?
I think his right knee was on the ground. It's not going to matter.
No, we have no replays.
Well, it's taking them a long time to
unpile. They're still looking.
Football. Well, it's East Ascension ball. How about that?
Man, I know who was on the bottom of that pile to get it. I tell you what, we'll see somebody's going to get up. It's going to be number 70. It looks like East Ascension coming up with the football. And if it is, that's Valentino Oririer. I tell you what, he had a battle on the bottom of that pile to come up with it. Dutchtown thought they had it. I thought Dutchtown had it, but hey, who knows?
Will Bollinger seems to be shaken up as he was one of the players also caught on the bottom of that pile.
See it again right here.
Watch at the end of this play. It looks like Sparrow's knee could possibly, right knee is on the ground, still with the football in his hand.
But did the official call a knee being on the ground? We don't know, you know?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
I think he was down.
Yeah, by rule he was down. That's no doubt in my mind. But right there, the officials should have signaled him down, but they didn't.
So Dutchtown has used their final timeout. And right now, the Spartans are going to need a big boot from Mason Decato, as Dutchtown's going to send back Torrance Mosley, who's already returned one for a score.
Well, what they're going to need, first of all, is see him empower again right there, Lyle. What they're going to need, first of all, is going to be a good snap, good blocking to enable Decato to get off the kick. Now, they're going to have to stay in there and block a little bit longer than they want to because they don't want, you know, the coverage might not be as good because they're going to have to hold a little while to make sure Decato gets off this kick.
Well, it looks like Dutchtown's going to put their return on as they're going to try to make something happen as they've got Torrance Mosley back at his 50. And we've got another stoppage of play. Now they got the play. The game clock should show 1:12 to go in the half. You figure Dutchtown should get it no worse than midfield. A couple of first downs will put him in Sirens and field goal territory. He's got a 53-yarder this year. Decato should hit this about the 10-yard line. So that holding call really hurts East Ascension here. As this punt is away, it's a good high punt. Not a lot of distance though, but it's going to take a big roll for East Ascension. And the clock is running while this ball is going to be down right at the 40-yard line. So all in all, an excellent job by Decato. 42-yard punt with no return. And now you got 59 seconds and no timeouts left if you're Dutchtown.
Well, for Dutchtown, you've got to work the sidelines. You don't want to throw it over the middle unless somebody is wide open. They want to work the sidelines, get out of bounds, and probably try to get down to about the 35-yard line of East Ascension to give Saracen a shot at around a 45, 46-yard field goal.
Well, Mason has now passed for over 600 yards this year. He's thrown 5 touchdown passes. And he'll try and lead them in the last 59 seconds of the first half. 1st and 10 at their 40. Austin Brown, the running back, next to Mason Nickens. Nickens is flushed out. Nice play by Devon Gibson. And Gibson's going to drop him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And keep in mind, Dutchtown's got no timeouts. The clock keeps running.
I tell you, great job with Devon Gibson of just staying home that time. He didn't react to when Nichols wanted to go. He just stayed where he was supposed to play his position to protect the outside and did a great defensive job for his defensive tackle
under
spot.
30 seconds to go. Dutchtown now, they're not in any kind of hurry. Clock now down to 20 seconds. Second down and 10. Inside handoff to Brown. Penalty marker, we're going to get a holding call, and that'll back him back even more. So, you know, when you look at it from Coach Benny Saya's perspective, this was not a good final 59 seconds of the half because they had the field position. But the defense for East Ascension, they came up large there, and they're going to back them back up now with 15 seconds left in the half.
I tell you, look at the first half right here. You know,
10 yards from the
Dutchtown jumps out real quick.
Repeat second down.
Seemed like they were going to, roll a little bit. East Ascension came back and made it 10-7. I think both teams are going to go in and be very happy the way the first half has gone. Dutchtown with the lead. They got to be happy with that. East Ascension only 3 behind. They've got to be happy with that. And East Ascension especially happy because they're going to receive the third quarter kickoff.
Spartan Marching Band will be performing at halftime. We'll have that coming up for you. 59 seconds now remaining. 15 seconds left remaining in this second quarter. We got ourselves a tough and tight one at 10-7. Brown to the left of Nickens. Let's see if Dutchtown just elects to run it, and they do. Here is Austin Brown. And Brown is going to get out of bounds, stops the clock with 8 seconds to go. And it's going to bring up third down now, and they're going to need about 3.
Hey, good tough running that time by Austin Brown. I can tell you what, he's not very big, as we said before, 5'5". He is 169 pounds, but good tough running by Austin right there.
Well, he's out to the 46-yard line, so it's now third down and 4. And there's 8.9 tenths of a second left in the half.
Let's see if Coach Sayer would take a shot right here and air one out deep.
So third down, Spartans are in a prevent defense. Back to Brown again, and he'll get a first down with 3 seconds left. Now 2 seconds left in the half. And let's see if Dutchtown just lets them start the clock or tries to spike it, or they just go to halftime.
Let's not they just go to halftime right now, long as they would be up at the line of scrimmage lining up.
Pelele in the game defensively right now for East Ascension, and Dutchtown's going to just go to halftime. Well, Spartan Band's going to be coming up at an entertaining 24 minutes of football at halftime. Dutchtown leads East Ascension 10-7 right here on the EATEL Game of the Week.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Tata Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Tata Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Hi, Aaron, reminding you it's time to speed things up with all-fiber internet from EATEL. Your connectivity needs keep expanding, streaming, surfing, and playing games. And EATEL continues to stay ahead of the curve with the fastest speeds. Plus, our Eero whole home Wi-Fi will eliminate dead spots in your home. EATEL takes the hassle out of setting things up so you get our #1 rated reliability from the bedroom to the patio. As always, you will get the personal service you deserve from EATEL. Fast, local, reliable.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Well, a field goal by Tyler Simonson of 32 yards got Dutchtown on the board, 3-0. Then a punt return by Torrance Mosley made it a 10-0 ball game. Then East Ascension put together their best drive of the night, going 90 yards in the second quarter, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Sione Palele. And that's where we stand right now, 10-7. Spartans are giving the 6th-ranked Griffins all they can handle. As down on the field, they're preparing for the Spartan Band's halftime show. But right now, we got ourselves a dandy here at halftime, 10-7.
I tell you, a great job of East Ascension coming back while down 10-0 real quick in this ball game. And right now you look at it, this game is almost a toss-up. Both teams I think have played exceptionally well. Not many penalties and getting after each other. A lot of hard hitting, a lot of great sportsmanship shown by both teams out there in the field. And I think we can expect a pretty good second half, especially East Ascension is going to take the kickoff to open the third quarter, so they're going to have a chance at the ball first. They're going to make some adjustments, but I've been very pleased with the way East Ascension has run the football right at this Dutchtown defense. And this Dutchtown defense is pretty salty.
Well, I think one of the things that maybe is a surprise is how well both defenses have played, because this has not in any way been an offensive track meet. Touchdown came on a punt return. Other than that, the Spartan defense, they've held their water. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Spartans have really gotten nothing going except for that one drive, which resulted in their touchdown. So a good one. We got a good final 24 minutes coming up. Right now, though, we are going to be entertained by the East Ascension High School Spartan Marching Band, as we got a big crowd here tonight at Spartan Stadium for East Ascension and Dutchtown High School football.
Trumpet, Eric Aguilar, mellophone, Joseph Preservoir, mellophone, and Dedrick Lewis, mellophone, as led by your EA drum major, Hope Ramon. Please welcome the pride of EA Spartan Band. Director of Spartan Band is Patty Roussel, and Assistant Director is Victor Drescher. Percussion instructors are Katie Strickland and Matt Mushmak. The Spartan sponsor is Danielle Burke. The Spartan
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Piku Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing, GMC, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Back at Spartan Stadium, as we take a look at the overall records in the district coming in, we can also tell you that in addition to our game being 10-7 Dutchtown at the half, as expected, Catholic and Santa Mar having no problems at all. Catholic leading 34-0 at the half over McKinley. Meanwhile, 28-0 Santa Mar leading Woodlawn at the half, so that's not a surprise at all. But here we got ourselves one heck of a football game. As you can see, Dutchtown at 4-1. Santa Mar also at 4-1. But now we'll take a look at some of the numbers from the first half, and it has been a very even football game. Special teams have helped play a part, but boy, when you look at time of possession, it has been just about as even as it is on the scoreboard, which is a 3-point game.
I tell you what, I looked at total offense, 173 for Dutchtown, 103 for East Ascension, but this ball game really has been very, very close. The biggest surprise to me in the first half to allow Mason Nickens 7 carries for only 19 yards. He's 5'11", throwing the ball for 98 yards. So the Spartans in the first half more or less has held Mason Nickens in check. Let's see the second half, of Coach Banasea goes to him just a little bit more. East Ascension rushing is Palele with 10 carries for 35 yards, and Trahan 6 for 8 for 36 yards. But now it's just been as you and I were talking about during the half, it's just been a great defensive battle between these two teams.
The thing is for EA, if you take a look at that 103 yards of offense, that is misleading in that it literally all came on that one drive.
Right.
That one drive where they went, I think it was 90 yards. That was all but, but 13 of the yards that they got in that first half. So they stuck the ball on the ground on that drive, and we'll see if they maybe do more of that. A little bit surprised. Dutchtown's almost at 100 yards passing. They don't normally throw the football that much, but they have tried to throw it a little bit more, seems like here tonight in this first half at least.
Well, I think they got away, Dutchtown, from what they normally do, which is run the football, letting Mason Nickens run the football. They have not done that the first half. But knowing Coach Banasea, he's going to go back to what he believes in, and that's that offense where he is going to let Mason Nickens carry the ball a lot more, I think, the second half, even though East Ascension has kept him in check. But again, East Ascension put together one big drive, 90 yards, 11 plays. You take away Santa Mar, they had the one big play, Terrence Mosley, 73-yard punt return. So those, the big drive of the year was the big thing in the game. The punt return by Mosley, big for them. Both coaches now going to have to make some changes. I think the big change we're going to see for Dutchtown is that Coach Banasea is going to put the ball back into the hands of Mason Nickens, the guy that's got him to this point in this season up to this time.
Well, one of the things that Dutchtown up front defensively has dominated the whole first half except for that one drive, it appeared.
But again, on that one drive, the EA was held by a penalty also, which helped them on that. But I think East Ascension has shown that they can move the football on the ground. And I think what they did in the first half is what they've got to do, continue to do the second half. Keep the ball away from Dutchtown, keep the ball on the ground.
Well, we're going to go back on the road next week. It'll still be these Dutchtown Griffins. We'll have them at Woodlawn. Then in 2 weeks from tonight, Dutchtown, which is going to be week 9, is going to be celebrating their homecoming against McKinley. And then 3 weeks from tonight, we're going to be back here at Spartan Stadium. And, who knows? That could be for a shot at the playoffs when Santa Mar and East Ascension meet here at Spartan Stadium on the 2nd of November.
Well, I think one of those two teams in that last game will get into the playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
But it could be winners in, losers out.
Right, could be.
And it's been a while since it has taken on that type of reward to the winner, because it seems like for the last few years, it's been more for bragging rights than it has been to get to the postseason.
No doubt about that, and I'm looking forward to that game. I've always said this, East Ascension Santa Monica is one of the greatest high school rivalries in the state of Louisiana. I don't care what anybody says about what anybody else does. What goes on that week here in Ascension Parish is just unmatched by anyone else in this state. And I might say it might be unmatched anybody in the country. That is one of the greatest spectacles to be at an EA Santa Monica football game.
Well, before we get to next week's Dutchtown Woodlawn game, we still have 24 minutes to go. Big crowd here tonight, as would be expected. It was 78 degrees at kickoff, and it has just been an absolutely ideal evening to play some high school football. The officiating crew in this game tonight has done an outstanding job. They've let them play.
Yes, they have.
The officials from the River Parish Football Officials Association, they've let them play, and that's what you want to see. Got a little chippy on a couple of plays, but other than that, it has been two football teams getting after each other for 24 minutes, and after all, that's what it's all about. As Tyler Sarenson's got it teed up, we are ready to go. Second half football action is coming up. Michael Sparrow is going to go deep along with Tyler Briley for East Ascension.
And I don't think either one of those two kids are going to return it, because I tell you what, Saracen has put the ball in the end zone so many times this year.
Well, here we go. 24 more minutes to go. Can East Ascension stop Dutchtown's 6-game winning streak in this series? And we are underway, second half action, and it is going to be a touchback. And the Spartans are going to take it at their own 20-yard line. Lane Trahan was kind of limping around a little bit when that first half ended, but Lane is back to lead the Spartan offense out onto the field, and let's see what happens now. He'll have Sione Palele in the backfield with him. Spartans take over now at their own 20-yard line. 10-7 is our score. Maybe closer than a lot of people thought. Got ourselves a good one going. Spartans have a couple of receivers to both sides of the football line of scrimmage. Palele to the left of Trahan on a 1st and 10.
Spartans would like to get a couple of first downs right here, control that football.
Palele with the handoff, and he is going to get about 4 yards out to the 24, maybe the 25. This is some of what the Spartans did on their touchdown drive. Played it very conservative, just moved it down the field, got a couple of decent-sized runs.
But this is what you want, Lyle. You want this situation of East Ascension, second and about 6 right now. This is a situation you want to be in, either run or throw, run again. But good defense that time, I felt, by Dutchtown. And kept their feet, that defensive front, and really strung it out, allowing Palele to pick up only about 4 yards.
They talk about staying ahead of the sticks, and that's what will happen when you get 4 yards on a first down run. Michael Sparrow in motion. Now he stops. Right back to Palele, and he's got a first down run out across the 30. Hard charging run by Palele. He had quite a night, one of the best scoring nights in the history of East Ascension High School last week. Scored 5 touchdowns against McKinley. Gets a first down run here.
Watch Palele right here. When he turns it up the field, he's going north and south, puts his head down, lowers his shoulders, and picks up a big first down for East Ascension.
Spartans in 2 plays now end up with 12 yards to begin this third quarter. This is the big tight end, Spelagine, in motion now. Palele comes to the near side, looks for some blocks, lowers his shoulder. Boy, they're hitting down on the field right now. That was Justin Sampson.
Boy, what a
who
job.
went head up with Palele. And it ends up being about a 3 or 4 yard gain just across the 35 out to the 36.
And it could have been more. Spelagine right here with a great block. He's him, number 87. Watch right here, Justin Sampson. He comes up there and really lays it to Palele. I thought he's going to get more yards than that. Good job by Sampson.
So second down now and about 6. About a minute and a half into this third quarter. Pass underneath to Hill. He retreats a little bit. Now he goes forward. Chad Hill lowers his shoulder. That's going to be a Spartan first down. This young man can make things happen when he touches the football.
He has great feet, Lyle, and Chad Hill. Right there's a little short pass right there. A couple of good blocks right here. Good move. Ran over one guy right here, Chad Hill. So the Spartans with 2 quick first downs here.
Justin Sampson, the one he ran over. The tackle was made by Grant McCrory. 1st and 10 Spartans now. They've moved from their own 20 out to the 45-yard line. Palele now shifts to the right of Lane Trahan with Sparrow in motion. Now he sets. Here we go with Palele again. Power football. That's going to be Grant McCrory coming up to make the stick. And it'll be a short gain of about 2 out to the 47-yard line.
That time the Spartans did that time, they put the big tight end Spelagine down in the tight end's position, but they also moved Sparrow over behind him to a wing, so they put the whole set into the sideline, and that caused Dutchtown to move into the sideline, and they ran into the sideline without much success.
Dutchtown up front, Kenyon Edwards, David Elias, and Freddie Frazier. That's their 3-down lineman now. 2nd down and about 8. Trahan looks to the sideline for the play. Pelele is going to shift to the right. Spartans have a trips formation to the far side. Quick pass out here. That's going to be caught. Got something to work with for East Ascension. This is Briley. Lowers his shoulder and he goes inside the 40-yard line. Tyler Briley with his 4th grab of the year, and it is a big one in this game.
And I tell you, that was all Tyler Briley that time. That play was designed, as you're going to see right here, to go to the right. Trahan throws it to him, takes a step inside, nothing there, takes another step, comes back to the outside, finally finds the open spot, and it was all Tyler Briley on his own.
Briley has an 82-yard touchdown catch, but I think that was against Mandeville, where it was more run than it was the length of the pass. 1st and 10 now. Spartans are at the 37-yard line in Dutchtown territory on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter.
Some confusion right here.
This is Sparrow with the handoff. Sparrow is at the 35-yard line. It looked like defensively Dutchtown wasn't sure where they were going to be lining up on defense, and the Spartans offensively looked like they were a bit confused.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think Michael Sparrow took the ball that time on his own. I really thought the ball was going to be intended for Pelele that time. A lot of confusion on both sides.
David Elias in the middle for Dutchtown made that tackle. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Elias, 6'1", 255-pound stalwart on that defensive front for Dutchtown for a number of years.
Pelele to the right of Lane Trahan now. This drive began at the Spartan 20 following a touchback to start the 3rd quarter. Trahan all day to throw. Forces it in. It's incomplete. And good coverage defensively by Dutchtown. Some contact downfield. Boy, there wasn't much of a window there, but Lane Trahan tried to fit it through. And the incompletion is going to make it 3rd and 8.
You see Pelele coming from the backfield, trying to run up right toward the middle of the field. A little contact, but I think
good coverage by Alex Thibodeau.
I thought that was incidental contact right there. Big 3rd down right here for the Spartans.
Passing on 2nd down and 8. Now puts in a pass down on 3rd down and 8. At the 35, could this be 4-down territory if it gets to that point? Pelele's to the right now of Trahan. They've got a trips formation out that way. Trahan all day to throw, wants the home run ball to Hill, and that's incomplete. Pass was thrown out of bounds, and now you got a decision to make because it is 4th down and 8. A little interesting there. The Spartans had success running the ball, the ball. They did have that pass play to Briley that got good yardage, but this pass here had no chance to be completed because it was out of the field of play, and the Spartans are going to go for it on 4th and 8.
It was double coverage also on him. I was very surprised they went deep that time. They're going to go for it on 4th down. You would look for it, try to make it 4th and about 2 or 3, but
it would be a 52-yard field goal if they would try that. That's not going to
happen.
8:06 now to go in the 3rd. 4th down. Dutchtown went for it on 4th and inches and made it in the 2nd quarter. Swing pass out here to Sparrow. He wants to throw a pass, got a man wide open, and he overthrew the receiver. Briley was there for a touchdown. The play call was absolutely perfect, but they failed to hook it up.
You know, you're going to see that time. You see the ball of Sparrow right there. He's not a quarterback. Just kind of overthrew the wide open Tyler Briley for a touchdown. They had the right play call right there, just couldn't put it together.
Well, you know, the thing about that pass, though, he did put some air under it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
But it's just that he had a little bit too much juice on it, and he simply overthrew the wide open Briley, headed streaking toward the end zone.
I think when he saw he was wide open, he put more juice on it than he had, but that was a perfectly designed play. Well, perfectly timed play.
EA is going to give it over on downs. Dutchtown gets it for the first time in the 2nd half with 7:59 to go in the 3rd at their own 35-yard line. Antoine Magras is the running back. McBride is in motion. McBride gets the pitch, and the Spartans have it smelled out for a loss, as that time they put Corey McBride in motion, and it's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're trying to run an option that time to McBride coming back in motion, but again, what happened that time, you know, it played right into EJ's hands because Mason Nichols just went too deep. When he pitched the ball, he was parallel with the guy he pitched to. But give East Ascension credit. They were ready for that
we've
play.
also
Good
seen
defense.
McBride get the corner, and once he turns the corner with his track speed.
But he didn't get to the corner that time.
Spartans did a good job of stringing it out. It's going to end up being a loss of 1, second down and 11. McGrath to the right of Nickens. Nickens still has it, and the Spartans have it stuffed up. Football. Spartans are going to get the football.
And I think what we're seeing right now.
I think that's going to be Devon Gibson with the recovery.
I tell you, I still think what they're doing right now, I think East Ascension has a little spy. They're playing a little spy on Mason Nickens a little bit with DeAndre Darville. Let's see the replay right here with Nickens.
Boy, you don't see this happen often where it's going to end up on the ground when Mason Nickens has it.
You see it right there. The ball pops out.
I don't see what happened, whether it was contact or whatever. I couldn't tell if that was Gibson that got it or not. Anyway, Spartans now try to take advantage of the turnover at the 30-yard line in Dutchtown territory. Sparrow in motion, delay handoff, Pelele.
Oh, nothing.
Boy, and David Elias blew it up. Dutchtown's got it right back. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back fumbles. David Elias with the recovery. He blew it up and he recovered it.
I tell you, great penetration by Elias that time. Also some help from Freddie Fraser, and as quick as East Ascension got the ball to bounce there where Dutchtown came right back with the big defensive play, the fumble, recovered it, and that might take a little momentum away from the Spartans. As you see it right there, Pele had no chance at all.
So Dutchtown gets it right back, 34-yard line, and they're on the end of the field with 7:05 to go in the third. So a couple of back-to-back turnovers. Spartans let a golden opportunity get by right there with the turnover. Nickens airs it out downfield for Christie. Intercepted. 3 plays in a row. This ball, Tyler Green. Caught from behind at the 30-yard line. Tyler Green's first interception of the year. And 3 plays in a row, we have had 3 turnovers.
Hey, how about some emotion changes real fast? Hey, niggas right here to throw. You're going to see Tyler Green just ball overthrown just a little bit. He's going to pick it off, and he's going to bring it back to the 30-yard line of Dutchtown and allow a lot of emotional changes here in the last 3 football plays of the third quarter.
Only the second interception all year long for Mason Nickens. And if I was East Ascension here, I would run a very safe play and try to settle this thing down for a moment.
No doubt.
It is at the 31-yard line in Dutchtown territory. A moment ago, they had it at the 30. Here's Pelele, tries to go wide, cuts it up. Pelele, boy, he is running like a youngster on a mission. He is down at the 25-yard line. He just got 6 very hard-earned yards.
I tell you what, he was lucky he wasn't trapped in the backfield. All kind of pressure that time put on him by one of the Dutchtown defensive players. He missed the tackle, and Pelele took it into for a 6-yard gain where East Ascension wants to be right now. 2nd and 4, they right around the 25-yard line. Hey, just keep on pounding on the ground right here.
Boy, you got to give credit to both these football teams. They're leaving it out on the field right now. They are getting after it. TJ Miles is going to check in as Michael Sparrow has to check out. 6:20 to go, third quarter, clock ticking, 2nd down and 4. Spartans are at the Dutchtown 25. It's a 10-7 ball game. Dutchtown once led 10-0. Pelele with the handoff. Pelele outside, first down, still on his feet, out of bounds around the 15. Now a late flag. I don't know if we got a late hit, well out of bounds, but we got a late flag. And let's see if that may be a hold against East Ascension.
Well, I tell you what, somebody was throwing one heck of a block to the outside for East Ascension. I don't know if they called that a hold or not, but I can tell you that was a heck of a block out there. The flag came in real late. You know, that flag was thrown behind the play.
No, when the flag came out, I thought it was for a late hit out of bounds.
Me
tough
too.
Angle for us to see here. Let's find out what Hank Vigner's got. Might have multiple fouls on this play. Hank Vigner, the referee.
A hold on blue. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Well, with that being a spot foul, though, I think Pelele had a first
down. Right.
But let's see, right now they're going to walk it off from the 20, so if they walk it off from there,
It's not going to be a first.
Well, no, they went.
You can see it right there. He called it right out the outside. I don't know if that was holding or not, unless he put his hand on that jersey.
And then now they got the personal foul call, so it was 2 fouls. And this is going to move it inside the 20-yard line. So Spartans are going to have now a 1st and 10. They are going to be at the Dutchtown 16-yard line. We're going to go under 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Michael Sparrow not back in the ball game. TJ Miles in there.
3 turnovers on 3 straight plays in this quarter. 2 by Dutchtown, 1 by EA. Pelele wants to get wide. He does. 10 out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Boy, the Spartans are just trying to power this thing in as they're trying to get it on the edge. And they are leaning on Pelele right now, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, I tell you, it's the best I've seen East Ascension's wideouts block in the last couple of years. I mean, the offensive line's doing a decent job up front, holding their own. But those wideouts right there are really staying with their blocks, enabling Pelele to pick up some yards.
2nd down now and 1. Pelele to the right of Trahan. Pelele. Elias has him wrapped up. Also tackling is going to be Garrett Rivera. And that should be enough, I would think, for a 1st down right around the 5-yard line.
I tell you, good job by Big David Elias that time. He would have no part of it. One-on-one on Pelele took him down.
Well, while they bring the chains out and measure, right now teams are fighting for playoff berths. The top 32 teams in Class 5A are going to make it. And right now, if the playoffs would be tonight, East Ascension would be on the outside looking in, and Dutchtown would be a host for the first round. You see Dutchtown is ranked number 7 at 17 for Santamon. They would be on the road in the first round. And you got Catholic and McKinley would also get in. And East Ascension at 37, they've got some work to do in these final 4 weeks of the season, as it will be a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for East Ascension. But that is the Class 5A power rankings from the LHSAA.
I tell you,
as we head into week number 7.
And those power in next 4 weeks is going to change, okay? There'll be a lot of change. I would say right now, Dutchtown is safe to get in the playoffs at number 7. Santamon 17. They should be okay. EA is the one that has the uphill battle, but if they pull a win tonight at number 37, is going to jump way up there.
Well, Spartans are looking at a 1st and goal now at the 5.
I formation for the Spartans.
Dutchtown has never trailed in this ball game. The fullback is Sparrow, dotting the I. Pelele. Sparrow first, hit by Freddie Frazier. I don't think he got an inch. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go. Spartans tried to go on the quick hitter to the fullback, but Dutchtown was ready for it.
And I tell you, Frazier was right there. I don't think anybody blocked Frazier. It seemed that time he came free. I mean, as soon as Pelele hit the line of scrimmage, Frazier was all over him.
Spartans got a 4-receiver set now. Trips formation to the far side as they spread them out. This is their conventional formation for East Ascension. Pelele lines up to the left of Trahan. Play clock is at 10, so plenty of time. Now Pelele shifts to the right. Sparrow in motion.
Better hurry.
Pelele. Can he get outside? He does. He dives, and he's at the 1. 3rd and goal now at the 1-yard line as Pelele has worn out the edges trying to run the football in the 2nd and 3rd quarters.
And I tell you what, he turned the corner. I didn't think he had a chance to pick up any yards at all. This is a great second effort by Pelele, and he almost took it to the end zone. Hey, the Spartans now 3rd down.
Well, do you treat this as 4-down territory?
Yes.
You're at the 1.
4-down territory. 3. You give it to number 33 right here.
Pelele to the right of Trahan on 3rd and goal at the 1. Trahan hit hard. He's not going to go anywhere.
Not that time.
Well, I'm surprised they're going to give him that much, as he's going to be inches away from the goal line. Ball came out late, but Trahan recovered it. It didn't look like he got anything, but they're going to give him a gain. It was 3rd and goal at the 1. It's going to be 4th and goal from about the 1 or 2 inch line.
East Ascension right here should really take a timeout if they're not sure what they're going to do. This is a crucial play in this football game. They got to go to.
Well, the down marker shows 3rd down, but it is 4th down. It's 4th down and goal to go. Pelele Pelele dives. Can the second effort do it? It is. Touchdown. Pelele got in on the second effort.
It was all a second effort, Lyle, because he was hit almost at the line of scrimmage. We get a replay of this right here. You'll see Pelele just fighting and getting it in, and the Spartans are going to take a lead. What a surprise. And 3:27 remaining in this ball game. East Ascension ahead.
Well, Spartans able to finally settle down after 3 turnovers in a row. 2 fumbles by each team, then an interception. Spartans started this drive at the Dutchtown 31-yard line.
This is a big extra point, Lyle, to take a 4-point lead for the Spartans.
Bosworth is 7 for 7 on the year since taking over the kicking duties.
Well, this is the biggest one he's ever kicked right here.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 3:27 left in the third. It's East Ascension 14, Dutchtown 10. So the Spartans able to put together the drive following the 3-in-a-row turnovers. And East Ascension able to take advantage. Spartans played some power football, got Pelele on some end runs, and they now take the lead as we take a look at it again, and there's just not a whole lot that you can see right there.
No, except that he got in. That's about the only thing you can see. Spartan crowd right now enjoying every minute of this. I think the Dutchtown crowd is kind of stunned, but still we have a long way to go in this football game with 3:27 remaining in the third quarter.
Well, you just keep waiting for the Dutchtown offense to get it going, but so far you got to give a lot of credit to East Ascension's defense, I think, as much as anything.
I think East Ascension's defense has played outstanding.
Bosworth's going to kick off. Here we go with McBride from the 2. McBride make that Kajon Coleman. And Coleman's going to be lucky to get to the 20-yard line. And that's where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Dutchtown, as that's Kajon Coleman on the return. So now, the Dutchtown Griffins have not trailed very much this year. And they are at their own 21-yard line with 3:21 left in the third.
Still a long way to go in this football game.
Mosley's going to be the running back on this drive. And this is going to be Mosley. Bounces it outside, and the Spartans have, boy, East Ascension has come to play tonight defensively. They have pretty much kept all of this Dutchtown offensive talent bottled up throughout the night.
Yes, they have. The defense really has come to play for East Ascension.
That's going to end up being about a loss of 1, making it now a 2nd down and 9. You wonder if they're not going to try to maybe get Shelby Christie more involved in this offense as he comes wide to the near side now on 2nd and long.
Well, he's out here one-on-one.
He's out on an island with Tyler Green, who's got an interception tonight.
That's where
they're going to go. Christie downfield. Oh, he dives at midfield. Just could not quite haul it in. Just a little bit overthrown, and there's going to now be 3rd down and 11. And give credit to Tyler Green. He had one-on-one coverage.
I tell you, good job by Tyler Green. Stayed with him right there. That ball just a little bit overthrown, but I tell you what, Tyler Green was in his face that time. Did a real good job. Though this defense East Ascension has played, this is what they thought they would have all year. They felt the defense was the strongest part of this football team with 8 starters coming back, and they have played tonight as they expected them to play earlier in the season.
3rd down and 11 now for Dutchtown. They don't want to go 3 and out.
Not now.
They got to convert on 3rd down and long. Nickens is going to tuck it in and not get anywhere. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Might have got to the 25 or 20. Devin Semino led the charge, and boy, I tell you what, hadn't seen too many times in the last 2 years Mason Nickens bottled up like this.
You see Devin Semino right there. He also had a little help from somebody else who hit Mason Nickens down low. So Spartans right here, everything goes right. Cyrus has a great punt. It should come up in pretty decent field position.
Tyler Cyrus in the punt. Tyler Briley to return it. Briley is around midfield awaiting the punt from Sorensen. High snap, pulls it down. Spartans have a return on.
Great kick.
Oh, what a booming punt. Taken in at the 33. And down at the 38-yard line. Good special teams punt coverage by Dutchtown. And what a kick by Sarensen. 47-yard boot. And the Spartans take over now at their 38-yard line.
I tell you, when they needed a great kick by Sarensen, he came through for them. That was just a beautiful kick. East Ascension still, though, not in bad field position at their own 38-yard line. 1:42 remaining. Spartans got to do, eat up a little clock right here.
Sparrow now is going to be the running back in the backfield next to Lane Trahan. Spartans have kept it on the ground for the most part with the success that they've had on offense tonight. And they're going to throw to Chad Hill. This has worked a couple of times. Hill is loose. Hill is at midfield in the Dutchtown territory. Boy, they have made that throw a couple of times tonight, and it has worked for big yardage both times.
And that's their game plan for the Spartans. It seems that they're not going to go deep. And then it's going to work the short stuff. You're going to see right here to Chad Hill. They've run this play a couple of times. Good throw by Trahan. Watch the move right there by Chad Hill. He's got a lot of those. Pelele not in the ball game right now. I think that last drive better taking something out of him, Lau.
So now at the 49 in Dutchtown territory, clock runs, 1:20 to go in the third. Sparrow will be pushed back at the 46-yard line. And that's going to be about a 3-yard run that time as they try to get him on a sweep to the short side of the field. We're going to go under a minute now left in the third quarter.
And I'm looking to the sideline to see if I see anybody working on Pelele or not. You know, it's a drive you would think they would need him, but he carried almost every play in that last drive.
T.J. Miles in the backfield now. Miles to the right of Lane Trahan. Second down, play clock's at 10. Game clock's at 30 seconds left in the quarter. Long ball for Chad Hill downfield, but he can't run under it. Chad Hill had coverage by Justin Sampson. Little one-on-one that time, but the ball overthrown. And it's going to now be third down and 7. A little surprised by that play.
I was very surprised by that play. I thought they'd run the ball again, kind of run out some clock right there. I mean, Chad Hill had his guy beat, but still, this point in the game, leading 14-10, you're looking to run out a little bit clock.
Incompletion stops the clock. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Trahan to throw again. They throw a screen pass to Miles, and Miles
that was close.
Be caught from behind. Nice play by Freddie Frazier, who has been extremely active tonight. Tackled at the 38-yard line. A decision to make now is East Ascension just going to let the clock run out of the third quarter. And when we return for the fourth quarter, it's going to be 4th down and 4, and a decision to make for East Ascension at the 43-yard line. What a first 3 quarters we have had. Spartans trying to upset the 6th-ranked Dutchtown Griffins. We are going to head to quarter number 4. It is East Ascension 14, Dutchtown 10 on the EATEL Game of the Week. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Hollis Orthodontics. Tata Law Firm. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation. Ross Downing GMC. For their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Fourth quarter will start with a punt from East Ascension on 4th down. You get a look at the previous 9 games that have been played in this series between the two schools. Spartans won the first 3. Dutchtown has won 6 in a row. Spartans are trying to break that streak tonight. They've got a 4-point lead, and we got 12 more minutes of football to go. There's the snap back. Punt safe coverage for Dutchtown, and that's not a good punt, but it will take a Spartan roll. And it is going to go down to the 16-yard line. And this is where Mason Nickens and the Dutchtown offense is going to come back out on the field. And I'll say this for the Spartan defense, they just dominated that third quarter. Dutchtown really had nothing offensively to speak of.
Dutchtown did not pick up a first down in the third quarter. Spartans with 13 first downs overall. Dutchtown with 7 total yards. Griffins 172, 185 for the Spartans of East Ascension. Palele with 22 attempts for 75 yards. Nickens 9 attempts for 15 yards.
Antoine Magras is going to be the running back on this series. He lines up to the right of Mason Nickens on their own 16-yard line. They throw that little swing pass out here. This is Corey McBride, and McBride's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's almost like the Spartans have been ready for that play. They practice against it, I guess, because they run it so much.
But I tell you what, the Spartans, to me, they've been ready for almost everything Dutchtown has thrown at them. I don't know if Dutchtown has anything extra specially put in here, but so far the Spartans have taken away the base plays for Dutchtown. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to shake Christie loose again, right here on like a low quick slant.
Spartan cheerleaders enjoying what they see so far, and that's their team ahead by 4 in the fourth quarter. Reverse. It's got a lot of promise. This is Mosley. He's already taken one to the house. Can he do it again? Torrance Mosley. Make that. Yes, that is Mosley, and he is gone. McBride. Make that Corey McBride, and he has taken it to the house. Mosley returned the touchdown. And how about that call by Blake Kling on a reverse?
I tell you what, they had him right there, trap him, missed tackle right there. Once they missed that tackle, McBride, I should say, this has too much speed. You can see him right there. He is going to take it to the house for his 4th touchdown of the season.
McBride has a 66-yard touchdown run. Add this one now, so you got big plays by McBride and one by Mosley. And just like that, all of that hard work on defense by East Ascension, and it goes by the board.
I tell you, they tried that play one time before earlier tonight. It didn't work, but it worked that time.
Saracens' point after is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 10:54 to go in your ball game. Corey McBride has them up and cheering on the visitor side tonight for Dutchtown. Griffins lead the Spartans 17-14 on the EATEL Game of the Week. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Piku Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Eustis Mortgage, Ross Downing GMC for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Taking it to the house, giving Dutchtown the lead back. Next week, Dutchtown at Woodlawn, our EATEL game. East Ascension is going to be in another tough one as they've got Catholic High. Santamar will be on the road. They will play at McKinley. So all 3 of our local schools from Ascension Parish are going to be in Baton Rouge next week. But still a lot of work to do here tonight with 10:54 to go. Saracens' kickoff is into the end zone, and the Spartans get it back at their own 20-yard line. And let's see what East Ascension is going to try to dial up now as they trail by 3 points.
I tell you, that play right there by McBride, I tell you, it's going to take some of the steam out of the Spartans right there. I mean, that was just like a shock. Like East Ascension had this game pretty well in control. The second and about 9, all of a sudden McBride, a little bit of reverse play, takes it to the house.
Boy, it just goes to show you, though, how difficult it is because East Ascension has pretty much been there to answer everything Dutchtown has tried to do on offense tonight. And then they have that one play when they run the reverse. Here is going to be a play that is not going to go for anything. It's going to lose yardage as they swing it out. I believe that's going to be Palele. And he goes down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's kind of slow getting up right now. Looks like he has a cramp.
James Brown defensively made that tackle for Dutchtown. And it looks like it is just a cramp.
That's why they probably held him out in the last series and came back to the ball game. He cramped up earlier this season, and right now he has another cramp right now, so he'll be coming out of the ball game, I'm sure, for more than a couple of plays. That you see him right there walking off very, very gingerly. Spartans right here, though, just can't afford to get the ball right back to the Dutchtown Griffins. They've got to pick up a few first downs.
Boy, Dutchtown has used a big punt return by Torrance Moser. They've used a run from scrimmage from Corey McBride. That along with a Tyler Saracens field goal, which right now is your difference. Here's a pass into traffic, picked off. That's going to be Sampson. Justin Sampson with his second pick of the year, and that's what you had to be afraid of if you're a Spartan fan, because when you start to force the issue, this is what can happen.
And that is right there, the ball overthrown that time, trying to get the ball out to Michael Sparrow out there, overthrew Sparrow, and Sampson in the right spot at the right time, picks it off, and Dutchtown in business.
And Dutchtown's got their offense back out on the field now as they are knocking on the door following that interception by Sampson. And just this quickly, this game has turned back around now in the favor of the Griffins. A minute ago, Spartans led 14-10. If you're the Spartan defense right now, you want to try to hold them to a field goal. If you're Dutchtown, you want to punch it in here and make it a two-possession ball game. Nickens, hands off. Mosley right up the middle. Mosley down to the 16-yard line. Hard charging run.
And I tell you what, that's one of the few times you've seen Dutchtown make a lot of yards on first down.
Well, Mosley and McBride, they look a lot alike running the football.
And they both have speed.
Same play. And right at the 10-yard line, this will probably be a 1st and goal situation.
And you can see it right now in the Dutchtown after the interception, after that long run by McBride. You can see now more of a sense of urgency by this Dutchtown offensive front where, hey, right here we punch this ball in with under 8 minutes to go, under 9 minutes to go, we get a touchdown here. We're going to have this game almost in control.
Well, it will be a 1st down and goal to go at the 10-yard line. Dutchtown calls the play at the line of scrimmage. Boy, you don't see this many plays being run without Nickens keeping it, but he just keeps handing it off. Mosley down at the 7, under 9.5 to go in the ball game now.
Well, I think they figured out they have a spy on Nickens. I mean, the only way, because Mason Nickens normally at this stage in the game would have carried the ball a lot more and have a lot more yards.
Dutchtown trying to make it a two-possession ball game. Mosley again, he's inside the 5.
He's close.
He's down inside the 1. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from inside the 1-yard line. Boy, they have just gave it to Mosley on a simple, basic running play each time following that interception by Sampson. Justin Sampson, his 10th interception of the year. DeAndre Darville checks out. That hurts. He's your leading tackler. 3rd down and goal inside the 1. Nickens keeps it himself. Penalty marker. There is a flag. And it's going to be procedure. And a 3rd and goal from inside the 1 will be 3rd and goal from the 6.
Oh, I tell you what, those penalties, you don't get penalized the whole ball game. You're doing everything right to form the penalties.
58, White. 5 yards, repeat 3rd down.
And then you get a call right there in a false start. That hurts.
Well, it looked like Nickens had his 7th rushing touchdown, but instead it'll be 3rd and goal from the 6. 8:39 to play in the ball game. Dutchtown did lead at one point, 10-0. Spartans then scored the next 14 points. Corey McBride ran one in for the lead for Dutchtown. 3rd down and goal. Nickens throws back and incomplete. Dakota Brown, the tight end, it was intended for, and that is incomplete. Vance Grayson had the coverage.
Tell you what,
a little bit surprised by that call.
But I tell you what, a pretty good call that time. You know, Dakota Brown just stayed in a kind of block. It's like a little delay to him. I thought he was going to be wide open, but good coverage that time by the Spartans.
What's going to be interesting here is Dutchtown is going to apparently settle for a field goal, and by doing so, it'll remain a one-possession ball game. So they're going to spot it down at the 15-yard line. This will be a 25-yard attempt. Sarensen already has a 32-yarder. Put it down at the 14, so make it a 24-yarder. Not a whole lot more than just an extra point
for him.
And remember, they had scored the touchdown, but the procedure call brought it back. And the kick is up, and it is good. Sarensen has got his 2nd field goal of the night. And with 8:11 to go in the ball game, it's now 20-14 Dutchtown. But if you're East Ascension, following that interception, you really couldn't have hoped for anything more than that, because they went with Mosley a couple of hard charging runs, and it looked like for all the world Dutchtown was going to punch this thing in and make it a two-possession ball game, but albeit that does not happen.
Right, I mean, the big difference being a two-possession ball game and be behind 20-14 with 8-11 yet, knowing a touchdown and an extra point could give you a win. So East Ascension by no means out of this ball game. The key is going to be can Palele come back into this ball game? He's been out with cramps. He's not going in on the kickoff return, which he normally is in for. Chad Hill is going to go into the ball game. Also, Cade Waggott's back. We're going to see some changes back here for East Ascension.
But I think also what the Spartans got to be careful of, Easton, with 8 minutes to go in the game, there's plenty of time.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to tell you what, don't get away from your game plan.
You can't get out, and that's what I thought they did on that last series.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it led to the interception.
Right. I think that call right there as a pass interception was big because they were only down by four. But right now it's still a long way to go in this ball game. You know, you look at Cyrus going to kick it out of the end zone, so they'll start at their own 20. But still, no need to panic. Just do what you did to keep the ball game this close.
And credit the defense with holding it to a field goal for East Ascension to make it still a one-possession ball game, as this will be a touchback. And with 8:11 now to go in the ball game, Spartans are going to begin this drive at their own 20-yard line. And this obviously becomes the biggest drive of the night.
And they're going to have to do it without Pele because he is not in the ball game.
1st and 10, Spartans are at the 20. Quick pass out, Spellagine. He's got it. Spellagine's got 5 out to the 25, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Still 8 minutes left. Count going on to 8 minutes left in this ball game right now. No need for the Spartans to be ahead. Just throw the ball, throw something nice and safe. T.J. Miles in the ball game. T.J. Miles not a bad ball carrier for the Spartans at 5'7", 194-pound junior. Very, very strong, very durable.
So a 2nd down now at the 26-yard line. 2nd down and about 4. Running play, bouncing it outside. That is T.J. Miles, and that will be a 1st down as Miles is bounced out around the 33-yard line with 7:31 to play, bounced out by David Elias.
You can see right there what type of runner T.J. Miles is right there, number 22. Same play Palele has had a lot of success with. Bounces off the first guy that hits him, bounces off the second guy, and picks up a 1st down for East Ascension. Still a lot of time left in the 4th quarter. Spartans only trail by 6.
Well, out at the 33-yard line, a 1st down. Spartans on this crucial drive without Pelele at the moment. T.J. Miles shifts to the left of Trahan. Give it back to Miles. Lowers his shoulder, gets out to the 35, maybe the 36. About a 3-yard run on 1st down. Under 7:20 to go now in the ball game.
I tell you, David Elias had an outstanding game on defense on that tackle. Also a little help from Fraser. I tell you, Fraser and Elias has been a thorn for the Spartan offense tonight.
Edwards, Elias, and Frazier are the up front guys for Dutchtown.
3 pretty good Husky football players.
2nd down now and long for East Ascension. Trahan, all day to throw. Chad Hill can't get away, boy. Nice secondary coverage. And we got a late flag. That was Justin Sampson who intercepted the pass. But we're going to get a face mask call against Dutchtown. And this is going to tack on 15 huge yards after the catch.
I tell you, that was a great play by Sampson that time.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 5, defense.
Man, he didn't give they want to give to Hill in space, see what he could do, but Sampson all over him after the catch, broke down, did a great job. Unfortunately, a face mask you're going to see right here. Trahan to Hill right there. That's coming up, grabbing him by the face mask, costing him 15. So the Spartans in great field position right here.
That's a long way to throw a football for a short gain.
Yes, it is. But hey,
it ends up with the 15-yarder down to the 46, Dutchtown territory. Swing it out to Miles. Miles in traffic, lowers his head.
What a run.
To the 40-yard line. And it is going to be about a 6-yard gain on 1st down.
And what you're seeing right there with T.J. Miles is the back in the ball game with fresh legs, Lau. He's going against that defense for Dutchtown. Has been in the field quite a while tonight, and T.J. Miles making his presence known here on this drive.
Nice look at Lane Trahan as he looks to the sideline as this pass was completed to Miles.
Look how he churn those legs, move those legs in there, T.J.
Second down now and 4. Clock not a factor as we go under 6 minutes to play. Sparrow cuts it up. Boy, Dutchtown strung it out well that time.
Well,
he didn't
hit
get
him.
anything. It's going to bring up third down now and 4. Sparrow a little slow getting up.
He took a hit.
Nice job by Dutchtown that time. They strung it out. You're at the 40. It's third down and 4. Clock is running. 5:30 to play. Is it 4 down territory or not?
It's 4 down territory here.
Third and 4. A 6-point ball game, so it's one possession. Sparrow, Spellagine, and Briley split to the near side. Get it to Spellagine. And he's got 2 of the 4. So here we go with fourth down and 2 at the 38-yard line. Fourth and 2 at the 38.
It's a big play call right here for Coach McCready.
Under 5 minutes to play.
And he's going to call a timeout.
Spartans are going to call a timeout. And they're going to talk about it.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy has 7 Baton Rouge area locations, including Burnside Avenue, right around the corner from East Ascension, Airline Highway in Prairieville. So ask for Peak Performance Physical Therapy by name if it's therapy you need. And here is the play of the ball game, 4th and 2 for the Spartans.
So East Ascension, 38-yard line, Dutchtown territory. TJ Miles, the running back with Trahan. Here we go. They need 2 to keep the drive alive. Sparrow in motion. Sparrow got the first down.
Second effort.
He kept the legs churning. Dutchtown had him wrapped up, but Sparrow able to keep him going and picks up the big first down on 4th and 2.
And you see, when he turned the corner, I didn't think he had enough yards for the first down. He was hit. But it's just the second effort by number 23. You see it right there, Michael Sparrow. He's going to be hit right there. And then the second effort, as you see right there by Sparrow, picks up a big first down.
I think a lot that factors in right there is Dutchtown's defense is a little tired.
Well, they are tired.
They have played a lot in this second half.
But give EA credit. They moving that football.
Because I thought they had him wrapped up short of the first down. He was able to fight through to it. Here's Sparrow again. Boy, he is running with some fresh legs all of a sudden. He's inside the 29 to the 29.
Well, he's the senior.
And that's about a 5-yard run on first down.
You know, last 2 carries of Michael Sparrow have been big carries. Spartans right now, you know, they're in 4 down territory. You know, they have second down and they have 5. They got fresh TJ Miles in there. So, hey, they're having success on the ground. I'd have to pop it on the ground again right here.
Well, this is becoming the final, close to the final drive because the clock is running, 4:15 to play. This pretty much will decide the ball game. Second down and 5. Sparrow the other way. Can he get outside? He's got a first down, and he's out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. And what about this burst of energy from Michael Sparrow all of a sudden on this drive?
Well, he hadn't carried the ball a lot in this whole ball game. You see a good block by TJ Miles leading him up there. You see Sparrow is turning on the speed. Once he turns the corner, Michael Sparrow does have great speed.
Sparrow only had 27 rushes from scrimmage coming into the ball game, and right now it's become a game of will as which team wants it the most. It's at the 19, 1st and 10. Spellagine's in motion. TJ Miles. Miles breaks tackles. Look at that run by Miles. He's out of bounds.
That was a great effort by TJ Miles that time. I thought he was to be caught in the backfield. You're going to see him right here. Turns back around right there. Fraser thought he had him wrapped up. Breaks that tackle right there. And there's TJ Miles taking it downfield for a big Spartan first down. It's going to be first, Lyle, and goal.
Well, it's first down and goal to go at the 9-yard line. 3:55 to play. Dutchtown leads by 6.
East Ascension should be in no hurry here to take their time. Keep drilling that ball on the ground. That's where they're having success at.
Well, Sparrow and Miles have played it huge in this quarter, and this play just blows up. Alex Thibodeau came charging across along with Freddie Frazier and said enough of that. It'll be about a yard loss at the 10. It's going to be second down and goal at the 10. And this ball game has come down to this.
And I
3
tell
and
you-
a half to go. Clock is running.
Good penetration that time, though, by the Dutchtown defense. Came up with a big play right there. Let's see what the Spartans have in store. You see Chad Hill over here, one-on-one coverage. Let's see if they go to him.
Spartans better hurry up. The play clock's already down to 7 to 6 to 5. They get the snap away. Here is a Sparrow. There's a flag down. There is a flag down.
Boy, it came way. It's against East Ascension.
It's going to be a motion call.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 Dutchtown players down. And Sparrow ended up right near the goal line.
Trying to see, was the motion call on the outside receiver?
Illegal shift on the offense.
Illegal
5
shift.
yards. Repeat, second down.
Well,
that hurt.
Both officials, the line judge and the side judge, they both had it.
Yeah.
Well, the linesman and the line judge, I should say, they both had the procedure, so it's going to move it back. And it is second down and goal now from the 15. Do you now try to go through the air? Got another flag. See what this is going to be, and all of a sudden now the Spartans are starting to shoot themselves in the foot. They had a second and goal at the 10.
False start, 71. Wait, 5 yards, still second down.
Boy, that hurts. Yeah, Sparrow was down about the 1 yard line.
Now you almost are going to have to put it in the air because you're second down and goal from the 20-yard line.
Those penalties have just killed the Spartans.
3 minutes left in the ball game, and now the clock is moving. From the 20, got to get it in the end zone. It's a 6-possession ball, a 6-point ball game. Swing pass out here to T.J. Miles. Boy, Dutchtown did a great job there. They just walled off forced him to the sideline, and it's going to bring up third down now outside the 15.
Good defensive play right there by Dutchtown. They're trying to get Miles to the outside, but that was just a great play by the cornerback.
Well, you're almost going to have to go downfield with a pass right now. It's going to be third down.
You got to give it a shot in the end zone.
Third down at the 17-yard line.
You got to go to Chad Hill, number 1 down here, or to Spellagine. That's what I'm looking for.
Riley split to the far side. Hill, Spellagine split to the near side. Trahan goes short. Sparrow knocked down at the 12. And a flag, and that's going to be a helmet. Leading with the helmet, I guess.
Yes, to go against Dutchtown.
Boy, is that going to be a controversial call?
Well, it's not controversial. It's called. You didn't take controversial out of it.
No, that's okay.
Well, I don't know. Let's look at it. I didn't see anything extra here. Let's look at it.
I guess they're going to call leading with the helmet.
I guess, but it wasn't head-to-head.
It's going to end up being a controversial
Now it
call.
is. After I saw the replay, I guarantee you.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Let's look at this from ground level. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Dutchtown across the way. The coaches are just going crazy, and you can't blame them. This ball is going to be at the 5-yard line. And
automatic
it's gonna
first
be
down.
First down and goal to go. Well, they're calling it now third down. I would have thought a personal foul would have been an automatic first down, but now
it's fourth down.
You're looking at 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Clock is at 1:50 and counting. You can't have it any closer than this. This ball is just outside the 1.
You think it's the play of the game right here? You got to call timeout.
Well, but if I'm East Ascension, they should have let the clock run all the way down. You don't want to leave any time on the clock for Dutchtown because you can only run one more play.
That's it.
You cannot run another play, so the wise thing to do would have been to run it all the way down.
Run it.
And then call your timeout.
Yep.
So we get a chance right now. Look at the football. It's right outside the 1-yard line. So you got about 1.5 yards between EA and the goal line and a possible win against Dutchtown.
You know, the big thing, too, you know, right now, if you had Pelele, you'd be going about it right now saying, well, you don't give it to your best back, but it's Pelele, but he's not in the ball game. So, hey, this right here is going to be an interesting call as what Coach McCready is going to run up right here.
Well,
I can't see him putting it in the air.
An EA win right here.
They got to score first to make the extra point to get a win.
There are going to be some people questioning that call. But if I'm EA, I mean, there you go. That's a good look at it right there. That's
it.
The distance between where the football is and the goal line, and it's about 1.5 yards, as you can see. If I'm calling the play, I'm going to run some kind of sweep because that's where the success has been out all night long.
That's where it's been. I think you got to give it to Michael Sparrow.
Here we go, folks. Can't get any closer shot than that right there. 4th and goal. 6-point ball game.
They give it to Michael Sparrow going to the right. The wide side of the field is the left.
Sparrow is in the backfield to the left of Trahan.
I got to believe they're going to the right. That's where everybody's loaded up to the right.
Trahan calls the play. Now a timeout call by East Ascension. Spartans are going to call another timeout. Apparently this is one of those where you get to the line of scrimmage and you didn't like what you saw.
Coach McCready didn't like what he saw.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. And who would have thought that this ball game would come down to this? That's East Ascension's body of work so far this year. By far, this will be their biggest win of the year. They had a big win over McKinney last week, 35-19, but boy, this one would be a huge victory for Coach Bourgeois and his staff.
And it's one of the most exciting football games that's spawned the old stadium in Burnside in a long time, Mr. Boudreaux.
Here we go, 4th and goal, 1.5 yard line.
Michael Sparrow to the left.
Sparrow is lined up to the right.
He's going to the left.
Now they're going to shift it over. Sparrow. They stopped him short. Dutchtown stopped him. They were ready for it. They jumped it, and give Dutchtown credit. They came through when they had to defensively, and they're going crazy across the way, and they should, because their defense just came up huge.
Well, what East Ascension did that time, they shifted 2 people over. Dutchtown shifted with them, and they ran it into the short side of the field. They ran it into the strength of the Dutchtown defense, and they came up short.
Now, Spartans, I think, have one timeout left.
See Sparrow right there. He cuts it back to the inside. He was nailed right there.
Boy, Dutchtown hadn't had a lot of success stopping that play all night for less than a couple of yards.
Well, he had nowhere to go.
Out of the end zone now, look for Nickens to sneak it. He does. And EA will probably burn their final timeout. Clock is still running with 1:25 to go, and oh, how close is it going to end up being if you're a Spartan fan?
I tell you what, it's not getting it closer than what you saw in that last play.
All right, the 25-second play clock, they can wind this down to about 50 seconds left.
I'm sure they will.
Also, if Dutchtown ends up having the punt, I would expect them to take a safety.
Yes.
A 6-point ball game, a safety doesn't hurt you. It'll help you. It'll get you a punt away if you need to. Here's Nickens again. Boy, he found a little bit of a separation, got it out to the 5-yard line. Well, Spartans, I don't know, maybe they're out of timeouts.
They are.
They are out of timeouts. You know, that extra one, well, of course, it wouldn't matter.
No.
Because all they got to do now is just fall on it. And this play, the clock will start again, and this ball game will be over. And the best game in this 10-year series is tonight, what we just saw, as Dutchtown is apparently going to win it by 6.
A great effort by both teams.
Take a knee, and that is your ball game as this clock's going to run down. And on this night, East Ascension gave the 6th-ranked Dutchtown Griffins all they could handle here at Spartan Stadium, as the Spartans are going to come up about a yard short of pulling off the upset of the year in District 5-5A. That's your final as the two teams go and shake hands. You got to give both of these ball clubs credit tonight. They absolutely laid it out on the line tonight and all left it on the field, and it was a good, clean, hard-hitting football game. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we invite you to be with us next week. It'll be Dutchtown at Woodlawn. What a ball game we saw tonight here in Week 7 of the high school football season. For Easton Roth, Justin Hernandez, Loyson Porter, and our Pelican Sports production crew, that is your final. Dutchtown 20, East Ascension 14. You've been watching the EATEL Game of the Week. The Griffins hung on and survived with a goal line stand in the closing seconds of the 10th meeting between the schools, when the left side of Dutchtown's defense stopped Michael Sparrow on 4th and goal for no gain with 1:34 to play. It gave the Griffins their 7th straight win over the Spartans. Torrance Mosley's 87-yard punt return in the first quarter staked the Griffins to an early lead, and they built on that with Corey McBride's 85-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. In between, the Spartans picked up a pair of touchdown runs from Sione Palele before the junior missed the final 10 minutes of the game with leg cramps. I'm Lyle Boudreau. Thanks for watching another edition of Ascension's Glory Days on the EATEL Game of the Week.